Hey, fellow baking enthusiasts and cat lovers! Get ready to embark on a culinary adventure as we dive into the wonderful world of no-bake Oreo cheesecake. This dessert is not only incredibly delicious, but also surprisingly easy to make. But be warned, things might get a little messy, especially with a certain furry friend lurking around my kitchen. Let's just say my cat Mittens has a knack for turning ordinary baking sessions into hilarious chaos. Picture this. Fluffy paws covered in flour, a whisk mysteriously disappearing into thin air. I swear I saw Mittens batting at something shiny. And a chorus of meows demanding quality control samples. Yes, baking with Mittens is an adventure, to say the least. But hey, who can resist those big green eyes and pleading purrs? So grab your ingredients, put on your apron, and let's get baking. Before we begin our cheesecake making escapade, let's gather our trusty ingredients. Don't worry, this recipe is beginner-friendly, and you probably already have most of these items in your pantry. For the crust, 30 Oreo cookies. Feel free to sneak a few for yourself, I won't tell. 6 tablespoons, 3 ounces. Unsalted butter, melted for the filling. 2 8-ounce packages. Cream cheese, softened to room temperature. Because nobody likes lumpy cheesecake, right? 1 cup granulated sugar, for that perfect level of sweetness. 1 teaspoon pure vanilla extract, a dash of magic in every bite. 1 cup heavy whipping cream, cold, get ready to whip it good. 1.5 ounce package instant vanilla pudding mix, the secret to that creamy, dreamy texture. 1/2 cup cold milk to help the pudding mix work its magic. 1 envelope, 2¼ teaspoons, unflavored gelatin. Don't worry, it won't taste like jelly, I promise. 1/4 cup cold water to bloom the gelatin and give it that jiggly goodness. For decoration, optional but highly encouraged. Whipped cream, because everything is better with a dollop of whipped cream. Chocolate sauce, for that irresistible chocolatey drizzle. Oreo cookies, for that final touch of Oreo goodness. First things first, we need to create a sturdy base for our creamy masterpiece. This is where our Oreo cookie crust comes in. Now, this step always seems to pique Mittens' interest. Perhaps it's the irresistible aroma of crushed Oreos. Or maybe he just enjoys watching me pulverize cookies into oblivion. Grab your trusty food processor, or a zip-top bag and a rolling pin if you're feeling strong. Pulse those Oreos until they transform into fine crumbs. Don't worry if you have a few larger chunks, it adds a nice texture to the crust. Now, pour in the melted butter and pulse again until everything is well combined. You want a mixture that resembles wet sand. Press this mixture into an even layer on the bottom of a 9-inch springform pan. Pop it into the fridge while we move on to the star of the show, the cheesecake filling. Now comes the fun part. In a large bowl, beat together the softened cream cheese and sugar until smooth and creamy. This is where those strong arm muscles come in handy, but a hand mixer makes the job a whole lot easier and faster. Beat in the vanilla extract until just combined. In a separate bowl, sprinkle the gelatin over the cold water and let it sit for about 5 minutes to bloom. It should have a jiggly, jelly-like consistency. Meanwhile, in another bowl, yes, we're using a lot of bowls, whisk together the cold milk and pudding mix for about 2 minutes. Set aside.